Hi everyone, my name is Gnanaraju. I'm a certified nutritionist, fitness consultant, and a wellness coach working for last 19 years. With my experience, I would like to present you a wonderful video on topic on tobacco and wellness and weight loss. This is a great topic for many people. This will give a lot of great blessings to many people actually. So I wanted your attention for 1 hour. It's little longer video because it trying to consist of a lot of concepts. Lot of things about wellness and weight loss and how is it affected to person's health, and lot of things are there. So I want you to please pay attention on this topic, very vital, because this consists of entire gamut of tobacco, not just only smoking but also jarza, pan, gutka and vaping, hookah. A lot of things are there, right? Cigarette and a lot of things are there. So let me first introduce about myself first before we jump into the topic. I was a former district registrar, group 1 officer, worked under government of Andhra Pradesh for 10 years. Then I quit my job. Now I'm to full time into as a nutritionist, fitness consultant, personal wellness coach, working for last 19 years. I did my Master of Science in Zoology. I did a lot of certifications in nutrition, fitness, and sports nutrition, exercise science specialization, marathon. I'm a marathon runner and cyclist. Also CPR AD certified and Zumba strong by Zumba instructor. To reach out to me, these are my Instagram and Facebook handles, Coach Gnanaraju, and also YouTube is Gnanaraju. So this initially the top class, 15 years ago, smoking topped the list of premature death. And now the top 5 causes of premature death is obesity, diabetes, smoking, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And the smoking goes to third. But before 15 years back, it was first. Now, if you understand, they are all linked. Smoking is also linked to high blood pressure and also linked to high cholesterol. And all are linked, deadly. So now let us go into detail about the effect of weight loss and wellness vis-a-vis the smoking and tobacco usage. Does really smoking cause weight gain? Initially, it does. Yes, smoking causes weight gain in the short term. It looks like bulging because of toxicity. A lot of poisonous substances are there in the tobacco, nicotine, cigarette, and tobacco leaf. So now, but in the long run, it end up in long-term smokers tend to weight lose. They lose the weight, so they become thin. So that's the reason why there may, a lot of confusion is there. Really, the smoking will be for weight loss or weight gain, what exactly it does. So let us examine the topic in detail eventually. And there are a lot of examples for tobacco. One is manufactured cigarettes, pipes, and water pipe or shisha nargile, hand-rolled cigarettes, and cigar, BDs, and Kretek cigarettes. And many people think these are not much, small, like, many people think that products such as BDs and Kretex, cigars and pipes and water pipes are safe alternative to cigarette. They think they are safe, but which is not true, right? So cigarette is how it is deadly. Same way, these are also BDs and Kretex and cigars and pipes also equally deadly. And there are some smokeless tobacco products like oral moist snuff. They smell and sometimes they taste. Snuff also there. And chewing tobacco and also through tablet form, strips and pellets like dissolvable things. And this is one of the famous thing, like many film stars also giving these advertisements on gutka. Many people, they think they are not harmful, but they're very deadly. They causes a lot of cancers, carcinogen substances. Chewing tobacco contains 3,000 chemicals, including several known cancer-causing agents and toxic metals such as arsenic, nickel, and cadmium. So you should be careful about chewing tobacco. Actually, chewing tobacco is much more deadly than just only inhaling the smoke, nicotine, right? So because it directly affects mouth, So what is that main thing is affected by chewing tobacco? One is oral cancers like mouth, throat, cheek, gums, and lips or tongue, right? Cancers are coming. And dental problems, cavities and the teeth staining and the gum diseases, and pancreatic cancer and esophagus cancers are common for chewing tobacco. And what about vaping? About 33% adults vape to stop smoking. People, they wanted to stop smoking. They think this is more better alternative, but which is not. Many countries also banned this, and many teenagers who get hooked onto it. Looks like very stylish, but it also has a lot of side effects. Mouth and airways are get choked, irritated, they get cough and increased airway resistance. Heart and circulation, chest pain will develop, increased blood pressure, increased heart rate, and in the stomach region, vomiting and nausea will happen. Right? Not only there, but also brain is affected, lungs are affected, immune system is affected, even eyes are affected, mouth and throat. I already said about heart. Also said stomach and intestines and arteries. So they are equally bad. Vaping is also equally bad. Like e-cigarettes and vaping all are like same. And some people think this is hookah. They say this is like a water pipes. They think it's safe, but it's not. Sharing tobacco products actually, like such as water pipes, can transmit the virus, like COVID virus, many of the viruses and bacteria. So that is also equally bad. So now why e-cigarettes are dangerous? E-cigarettes are dangerous because they also contain nicotine. The main thing that actually makes you addictive. Flavor, there are some flavoring, substances like a diacetyl, a chemical linked to seriously lung diseases and cancer causing chemicals, and there are volatile organic compounds and ultrafine particles that can be inhaled deep into the lungs, and heavy metals such as nickel, tin, and lead. So World Health Organization also given clarifying e-cigarettes also equally bad, and their the toxicity varies from depending on the content of nicotine, amount of nicotine and toxicants in the heated liquids and all that. So now many people they think it is safe. So thinking that this is vaping is better, so they start or they try to end with the vaping. But either way, this is deadly also, right? And in the US, many people, the government says this is actually, though people are by and large, they're trying to reduce their people who are educated, they're trying to cut down that smoking and coming out of this problem. But people, there are some segments where this is actually very predominant, like low education people who are less educated, they smoke a lot. Male, generally, men smoke a lot than women. Young adults, like teenagers, this is becoming a more common phenomenon. And the LGBT community, lesbians, gays, and bisexual, this also becoming, they smoke a lot. And people who are below poverty line, they are poor people, also they fall prey to this smoking. And disabled people, certain ethnic groups, also they fall into spray. So that's the reason why this is endemic to certain populations. The tobacco industry targets women by implying tobacco use enhances gender equality, glamour, and sociability and success. It's like a deception, thinking that when men can smoke, you also can smoke. Like provocative. When it's equally bad for men as well. So it's not gender equality. It is actually damaging both the genders. It's not just a success. Smoking will not give you success. It's sociability, glamour. Actually, it's all wrong way of promoting this one. So the tobacco industry targeting women. That's what WHO is telling. So 7 out of 10 tobacco farm workers are women and are in close contact with often hazardous chemicals. So even it affected children also. So in India, right now, Kolkata, West Bengal, has the highest, density of the people who are about 56.6% people in Kolkata smoke. In India, more than 10 million people die every year due to tobacco-related illnesses. And there are about 120 million smokers in India. And Kerala is the first state to ban the smoking in the public places. And this is actually growing day by day. So it's starting from 36% slowly to 40 and above. So even teenage girls, they smoke in record numbers because the tobacco companies have been successful in associating smoking with independence, freedom, rebellion, and for many girls, a key for weight loss. So people, some girls, they think, if I smoke, I lose weight. So they keep on smoking. It's actually myth, because, smoking, they lose some weight in the long run, not because of fat loss. Weight loss supposed to be because of fat loss, but because of smoking, it's not necessarily fat loss. It could be water loss, it could be bone loss or muscle loss, because weight consisting of 4 components, right? One is muscle weight, bone weight, water weight, and fat weight. So weight loss should be fat loss weight, right? But unfortunately, when you smoke, you are cutting down food. So because of that, you don't eat proper food, because of that, end up in muscle loss. So eventually end up in immunity problem and lot of health problems and bone loss. Eventually bones will break and brittle will get to know about it eventually. And water loss, waste water will go off, right? So that unnecessary, unnecessary problems do happen because of wrong weight loss. So that's the reason why many teenagers, they thinking that it will help for weight loss, they try to smoke. And some companies, they promote as if it's like freedom, rebellion, like independence, which is not, like a deception. And some advertisements looks like actually sex appealing, but it's not. It's actually basically second-hand smoke. Second-hand smoke is more dangerous, deadly than the first smoke. You'll get to know the details eventually. It looks like woman is enjoying their smoke, which is not true. They are showing the advertisements. The WHO itself is saying, World Health Organization is saying, it's not sex appeal, it's all second-hand smoke, which is unnecessarily causing women to suffer. They get already all complications. So teenage girls, they see some celebrities and film stars as a model when they smoke, and they also try to imitate it without understanding the long-term implications of next 10 to 30 years. They only see today, not tomorrow, right? So in the survey also similar things are shown, like they look at celebrities, they look at some people as the people who are in the higher echelons of society. So they see them as the models and they try to copy. So that's the reason why puff not good at not at all good. So let us come to second-hand smoke, meaning the person will not smoke, but the person beside him will smoke. He just beside, he is like wife is beside the husband smokes. So husband is the first hand, and the wife is the second hand smoker, though she's not directly smoking, but she's inhaling all the bad things because of the smoke. So what will happen? Lung cancer 21,400, asthma 35,800, heart disease affected 3,79,000, and children also equally affected because of asthma and respiratory infections and all that, as per WHO, World Health Organization. Second-hand smoke puts you at the risk of getting respiratory infections like bronchitis and all. Children also equally affected. So asthma and heart attack and a lot of attacks are there. Like even children also now prone. Now some tobacco companies are focusing on the children smoking. So new generation coming up, big consumers are coming up, which is World Health Organization is showing concern. So now we heard about second-hand smoke. It's also dangerous. What about third-hand smoke? Third-hand smoke is something residue from tobacco smoke that clings to clothes and bags, skin and hair. The smoke and all the particles stick onto hair and hair and bags and skin. Those are called, they become residues. They eventually causes a lot of, because they're chemicals, they causes all bad things in our body. So what are the causes? They're similar to like cancer, to asthma and other things. So now how to avoid children from smoking? Simple reason, the parents. The parents say children don't smoke, and the parents are silently, secretly smoking. Children watch and they try to copy. They say, daddy, okay, I will not smoke, but if secretly he will also go and smoke. So that is the reason why to stop the child to smoke, the best way is parents should become model. The parents should stop. They should practice what they are preaching. And that cigarette smoking, out of 5 people who smoke, one person is dying, death. 5:1. By and large, this is a situation. And particularly for this adult smoking is focusing on people with mental illness. The people who are mentally ill, they end up in smoking more. So thinking that that will actually solve their problem, this only temporarily gives, but in the long run, they get a lot of health problems. A woman, particularly when is in pregnancy, smokes, it actually affects miscarriage. Increased risk for miscarriages, their abortion risk is there, so should be careful. So now 1 in 5 tobacco smokers will develop chronic bronchitis and tuberculosis and asthma related thing. So lungs are equally affected, right? So now 8 million deaths caused by tobacco every year. Out of 8 million deaths caused by tobacco every year, 1 million deaths because of second-hand smoke exposure. Meaning they are not smoking, but because husband or somebody friend is smoking, they are just beside them, they are inhaling, they are also dying. They are also getting equally affected. Now, what is in a cigarette? It looks like a small stick, but you can see so many, about 3,000 chemicals are there. And you can see formaldehyde, butane, cadmium, arsenic, acetic acid, nicotine, paint, methane, ammonia, toluene and stearic acid, methyl, and carbon monoxide, hexamine, lot of chemicals are there. Carbon monoxide is the main thing, a gas that actually interferes in the blood circulation. It not allow oxygen to flow. It stops the oxygen to the organs. So that's how it chokes the body. That's how it creates the heart problems and clots and all the kind of things. So carbon monoxide is generated by the smoking, okay, by the tobacco. And similarly, when you smoke, the heavy metals also causes a lot of problem. You can see, look at this problem. About 559 additives are there, carbon monoxide and all these are there. Nicotine is the main ingredient that makes you addictive. Addictive means like a slave. You are like a slave to it. It will not allow you to go away, right? So you can look at 7,357 chemicals are found out, chemicals. Out of them, 70 chemical compounds are carcinogenic, meaning they causes for sure cancer, right? Carcinogenic. So that means they are deadly. 70 items are there, not just one. And many people think only this smoking only affects lungs, but they don't know that also affects heart. A lot of heart attacks come because of tobacco. And Indian government released this slide. So these are the risks from smoking. Smoking can damage every part of the body, not just only one part. People think only one part, one cigarette, what will happen, nothing will happen. Only few problems. No, 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 everywhere from gum to stroke, blindness, head or neck, aortic rupture, heart disease, pneumonia, hardening of the arteries, chronic lung disease, asthma, children will not conceive, fertility down, hip fracture, bladder problem, colon, cervix, stomach, kidney, lot of things are there. Even one cigarette a day, smokers have a 64% of higher risk of earlier death than never smokers. If only one cigarette per day, what will happen? Just one cigarette here and there, now and then. That is also have equally 64% of higher risk than the people who never smoke. So better not to smoke rather than just having one smoke at a day. Not like, it's like excuse. And if you look at this picture, then you understand periodontist. Some people think what will happen, nothing will happen. No, no, no. Teeth are affected, and leukemia, blood cancer, ulcers, peptic ulcers, stomach cancers, cataracts, eye-related stroke, brain stroke, paralysis, atherosclerosis, heart problem, CVD. Okay, some heart related problem, male infertility, children they don't conceive, addictions and sudden infant death syndrome, bronchitis, all kind of thing. You can look at this chart and you can understand. So if you quit smoking, all these 12 types of cancers are running away. 12 types of cancers. So some people, they don't understand, okay, this also has this kind of problem. For example, delays in healing. So why healing is not happening in the quickly? Because of smoking. If you stop smoking, healing will happen faster. Hurts your eyes. I said blind, it affects to blindness also, affects your sleep quality. The smokers cannot sleep properly. They get irritation, angry. They age also. Their wrinkles will come, eyes will become like a puffy. They look older to their age. And there is also water retention happens. It's called edema or sometimes lymph edema, right? So the pit will form, water retention, lot of water continue to be retained. So in the temporary reason, they look very, balloon, bloated. They look like a balloon. So water retention and under the eyes, they will look like, big. So water retention is one of the, not just because of smoking, but a lot of reasons also, but smoking also equally important. So because of that also weight increase will happen. Some people say, sir, I don't, drink cheap. I don't, smoke cheaper cigarette. I drink very expensive, very quality cigarettes, like menthol cigarettes or filter cigarettes, double filter cigarette. But that is also false notion. Why? We'll get to know eventually. These will not stop nicotine get inside. All the 3,000, 7,000 chemicals, this only goes actually very step by step, but they only stop bigger particles. but all the whatever chemicals are there try to be inside going into the mouth very quickly. Even menthol cigarettes also increase smoking nicotine addiction among youth. And there is a 38% higher risk of being a frequent smoker with menthol, cigarettes. 8% higher nicotine dependency. Okay, so don't underestimate this menthol cigarettes or filter cigarettes. So now government is telling clearly say, not just to don't make it like here and there, but you have to clearly say the damage that nicotine causes, like eye blindness, babies, problem, abortion to the babies and all that. So packaging also, government and WHO are very strict on that. According to WHO, World Health Organization, compared with continued smokers, smokers who quit around 40 years of age gain 9 years of life expectancy. Smokers who quit around 50 years of age gain 6 years of life expectancy. Smokers who quit around 60 years of age gain 3 years of life expectancy, meaning they live longer, right? So you will live definitely longer when you quit, and you also smile brighter because teeth will be nice, and and food will taste better. Otherwise with the smoke, the food quality will not be enjoying the taste, and your cholesterol levels will improve. You will look much younger. You will have more money in your pocket. Otherwise, your smoking actually burns your pocket, not just only burning your body, burning your lungs, but also burns your pocket. So there is a saying, quitters never win. But when it comes to cigarette, when you come to tobacco, quitters win. Quitters really win. Quitters are definitely So better to quit as early as can. That's what as per WHO. Now, what will happen if you quit? The first 20 minutes, heart rate and blood pressure drops back to normal level, meaning BP first 20 minutes, BP will become normal the moment you stop quitting. So quickly you can see the difference, you can see the benefit. In next 12 hours, you can see level of carbon monoxide in the blood drops back to normal. The dangerous, remember carbon monoxide, that will go down, meaning you become slowly healthy. In just 2 weeks, circulation and lung function will improve. In just 4 weeks, 1.5 months, your energy levels are through the roof, and 6 months, smokers cough and shortness of breath are disappearing, and your lung capacity is greatly improved. In 1 year, risk of heart disease as half as that of a smoker. The heart disease risk will come down. Likewise, World Health Organization given a lot of charts in that, let me explain about in the one till 1 year explained. Now let me explain about what will happen with the 5 to 15 years of time. When you quit it, and after 5 to 15 years of time, the risk of stroke, the paralysis, reduced to that of a non-smoker. A lot of risk will go down. Paralysis chance will come down. Then if you increasing this, increase more time, let's say 15 years, the risk of coronary heart disease that of a person who never smoked. You are as good as a non-smoker. Heart disease will not come closer to you. And if it is a 10 years, the risk of lung cancer falls to about half that of a smoker, and the risk of cancer of the mouth and throat, esophagus, bladder, cervix, and pancreas decreases. So the same thing with the pan, tobacco chewing, and zarda and all this, gudka and all that. So better to avoid tobacco as much you can. Then how to quit smoking, sir? How to do that? So there are a lot of ways. There's some chewing gum technique. They say, just keep on whenever they feel like, smoking or taking this one, take nicotine gum. But nicotine gum also equally has, some, it's not proved to be 100%, but some effect. And some people say that go for a patch. You can keep a badge or patch. To some extent, that kind of craving will go down. Okay, that's some kind of advice from some pharmaceutical companies. But nicotine patches also have some side effect like dizziness, diarrhea, headache, vomiting, and itching, burning, or tingling when the patch is applied, and upset the stomach and all that. Okay, so how this addiction happens is nicotine is the main. Remember, that is the main component in the tobacco that causes these addictions. Nicotine is delivered by smoking. Nicotine travels to the brain. Nicotine activates nicotinic receptors, which stimulate the release of dopamine. Dopamine actually release. It is like a happy, hormone or neuroreceptor, leading to pleasant feelings of calmness and reward, feel calm and pleasant. But when the dopamine levels reduce, leading to withdrawal symptoms like stress and anxiety. Over a period of time, again, you get anxiety and stress, irritation. Then naturally it will affect you to feel like again having one more puff, cigarette. So that's how you fall into the slave, you become tempted and you become like a slave or addicted to smoking. So there are nicotine withdrawal symptoms. So when you withdraw, these are the symptoms like disturbed sleep pattern, anxiety, craving, and your temperament will be, irritation, anger, gussa, and weight gain. All these things will happen. So now, apart from weight gain, there is also one thing called quitter's flu, stress and irritation, persistent cough, and all that. What is this, quitter's flu? The persistent cough will keep on coming. So they say better to smoke. Let me go back to my, smoke. The headache and fatigue, irritability, insomnia, sore throat will happen. So weighing it, let us come into the weight part. So usually when they stop smoking, usually they feel like gaining the weight. Why it will happen, we'll get to know the equation. Once you have a cigarette, constricted blood vessel, where blood vessels, constrict means, become shortened, causing your stomach to temporarily shut down. When the stomach is temporarily shut down, your appetite will go down, suppressed. Don't feel like eating much. Naturally, you eat less than usual. Then when you eat less than usual, low calorie intake, you are not eating high calorie food, you are taking low calorie food. That actually drop your body weight. The thinking that smoking is helping you to lose weight. Actually, you are cutting down the food, which is not a right way. Because when it's like equivalent to dieting, or when you're cutting down the food, is equivalent to trying to cut down the food. When you cut down the food, balanced diet will go down. When our food is only not balanced diet, when you cut down food, naturally balance will go off, end up in lot of muscle loss. I remember I said 4 weights are there: muscle weight, bone weight, water weight, fat weight. You should lose the fat, not the muscle or bone or water weight, right? So that the balance should not get disturbed, end up in hair fall and become like a blood go down, hemoglobin go down, you become weak and irritation, all other kind of problems will come. You become more immunity goes down. So weight loss through smoking. So there is a lot of research is going on that. So now what will happen is the fat will not break down. Fat increase keeps on increasing. Insulin resistance also increase. Body weight, though it comes down, the risk for heart disease, the risk for diabetes, and all those things will keep coming. And there is an interesting fact is your bone density will come. Bones suffer like anything. There are 2 reasons. One is basically free radical, free radical oxygen. The free radicals, they're generated because of smoking or the tobacco. They try to disturb the bone formation. The bone, they're called osteoblasts, the bone cells. The osteoblasts will not be forming properly. And there also one more thing is nicotine also. What does it is? Nicotine impedes the calcitonin, which actually builds the bones. The calcitonin, the hormone from the pituitary gland, so that will be reduced. That's why bone density will go down. Another component is the cortisol, the bad hormone, the villain. For all the bad things, that is the hormone responsible. That also actually smoking increase that cortisol hormone, leading to bone breakdown. Meaning you are fragile. Your anytime bones will brittle. End up in back pain, that pain, and all. So blood vessels also smoking, interrupting the supply of blood to the bones, causing fractures. So the oxygen will not flow properly. So naturally, the carbon monoxide goes. So fractures easily will happen. Suddenly, you don't understand how am I getting back pain, how I'm getting injury, leg pain, and all that. So that's how it works out. So bone mineral density also goes down. So eventually end up in fractures and long-term hospital, and healing will not happen. So that's what they say. Smoking and back pain are close friends. Many people complain about back pain when they smoke, long-term smokers, right? Not just acidity and gastric problem, but also back pain also. Okay, that's the reason why better to cut down smoking. So the healing of the bones also will not happen. It takes longer time to heal, more time, 6 to 8 weeks longer to heal. So smokers are 15% more likely to require surgery due to bones not healing naturally. So they have to depend on knee surgery, that surgery, and all that. So smoking decreases calcium content of bone by 2% per year, increasing the risk of developing osteoporosis. This causes bones to be weaker and more likely to fracture. So osteoporosis will develop. Osteo means bone, pore means holes, osis means disease, means bones are brittle and all filled up the holes, meaning the density is not there. So that's the reason why a lot of health problems are there. Now, wanted to really avoid, to come out of the smoking or tobacco problem, but some people couldn't. If the success rate is very, very less. Smokers who want to quit is 69%. Those who have tried to stop is 52%. Out of them, success rate is 6%. So not many successful stages. That does not mean that you cannot do it, but you can do it with support of, coach, support of healthy community, support of family, support of healthy nutrition, good nutrition, and all that. So now some people say quit smoking, and but I want to quit smoking. But when I do finish my graduation, when I complete my PG, or when I want to get married, that time I'll do. When New Year comes, that time I'll do. When I become, when I have developed the complication, then I'll cut down smoking, all that. They are resolutions. Don't go by resolution, go by habits. I'll come to that point also eventually. So this is what Tony Robinson says. If you are going to solve a weight loss problem or a smoking problem for that matter, you must address both psychological and physiological. It's not just psychological issue, but also physiological. Physiological things like what are the changes you undergo body, that are also important. Psychological, like why you are actually smoking. Some people say depression. So for why the depression? You have to go inside of the problem. The depression because of, some people say because of my wife and me we fought. So solution is not in smoking. That case you have to, somebody or other have to sit together with a counselor, consultant, or a mentor or a guide, or you have to talk to each other. That solves the problem, not the smoking. Suppose they have an issue with the children, parents and the children. So that smoking will not solve the problem. You have to sit together and talk together, and they have to settle the issue. Or they have some problem, maybe financial problem. If financial problem is there by smoking, money problem will not get resolved. Actually, that becomes other way around. You end up in more money, right? So that's the reason you have to sit with your coach or mentors and guides and well-wishers and take the resolutions and stop once for all, right? So you require not just one, but also your doctor help and your consultant help and everything. But science also says diet quality also and weight loss also will help. Some people, because of fear that, the moment I stop, I put on weight. That's the reason why they don't stop. So we have the solution for weight loss. So there is a way to healthily lose weight. No, don't go by shortcuts. Through diet and exercise and lifestyle. That's what we promote. But there's a way. And you have to really have a self-control. You have to have a proper, develop the habits step by step. We are going to discuss about it. You have to have a self-control and take help of your seniors and try to avoid the causative factors. Some people say, sir, can I really take your nutrition and together, smoking and alcohol together? Yes, you can take it. So alcoholics and smokers equally can take shake and supplements also. So actually they do best when you stop alcohol and smoking. But sometimes cheltai, some people, they wanted to come out, but they don't. That time, this at least nutrition shakes and supplements, they really help to give you positive impact. And don't go by unhealthy snacks, go by healthy snacks, because everything affects everything. In the body, everything affects everything. So at least you try to have wherever good quality, good habits that affect other one, feel like doing exercise, feel like having good sleep and all that. So don't go by fried food and the junk food and all that. It's not just bad luck. Lifestyle causes cancer. It's clear. Compare with the West, cancer. This lifestyle is the main problem. Like, bad lifestyle, sitting and all of it. So drink lots of water. Water. Why? Water at least try to hydrate your body and try to remove the toxins in the body piled up because of smoking or otherwise alcohol or any other thing. Water, how much you require? Every 20 kilos of body weight, you require 1 liter. Meaning, if your weight is 100 kilos, you require 5 liters of water, drinking water. If your weight is 80 kgs, you require 4 liters of water, approximately. So diseases runs in families because eating habits run in families. Their habits make us or break us. So drinking habits and eating habits, they ruin the family. People think it's genetical. Yes, genetical could be, but 20-30% genetical, 70% as good as lifestyle habits. Habits make us. So that's the reason why when we understanding our SALT method, meaning when you are hungry, when you are angry, when you are lonely, when you are tired, most of the people do wrong, take wrong decisions when they are lonely, alone, when they are angry, when they are hungry, when they are tired. They take, they want to eat a lot and they wanted to satisfy themselves. So some people go for craving. Some people, they don't know what to do. After time pass, they want to do it. So that's the reason I understand what is actually what is actually making you to drink, to smoke. Okay. Quitting, some people think actually quitting smoking makes you, stressed. So that's the reason I don't want to stressed out. So I don't want to quit. But research shows that smoking actually increases anxiety and depression in the long term. In fact, smokers have a 70% increased risk of anxiety and depression when compared with non-smokers. So many people think other way around. They think smoking actually relieves the stress. No, it actually increases depression, increases anxiety, increases a lot of other problems. So that's the reason why nicotine in and the cigarette or tobacco products may trigger a person's mood swings. The mood will go here and there. Nicotine damages certain pathways in the brain that determine your mood. So that's the reason they damage your entire mood. So bad habits threatening health, they are not just smoking, but also alcohol, also junk food. It's like a three devils together. Devils, like one devil invite other devil, like smoking usually associated with alcohol, and alcohol smoking both are very close friends, thick friends. And along with this, another friend will join slowly. That's called junk food. They don't like good food, they like junk food. So they all ruin the body, ruin the mind, ruin the health. So that's the reason why I try to overcome them. There are a lot of myths associated with smoking and tobacco. Let me explain one by one. Some people say smoking makes me look cool. It's not true. Answer is smoking gives you yellow nails and bad breath, so not attractive. Another myth is, only old people get smoking related disease. I am a young man, nothing will happen. It's not true. Answer is, fact is, you are 3 times more likely to suffer from a shortness of breath than someone your age that does not smoke. So that's why ruled out. Then women also have their own excuse. They say, I don't want to quit. If I quit again, I put on weight. I said about, there are other ways to lose weight, but not the smoking way. It's a very wrong way. And another point is not hurting anyone, just I'm hurting myself. It's also not true. When you are alone smoking, you think you are only getting damaged. You are ruining your health. I want to die. I want to suicide. I wanted to spoil my body. I am only myself, but not true. Your smoking actually causes second-hand smoke and third-hand smoke. Somewhere your family member, somebody also get affected. So, but second point is, why do yourself also get affected? So some people say, I'm not, taking, big, deadly substances like, um, there are a lot of substances that actually make you addictive. I'm not taking that kind of drugs. I'm only just smoking. So that is also bad. Even that smoking also equally good as that of drugs. So let me explain here and there. Smoking is just a choice. Another myth is, it's just my choice. Nothing will happen once here and there. So it's also not correct, because one time, most weekly 3-4 times is good enough. You become addictive. So that becomes very difficult to come out. It's not just a choice. You become slave to that, thing. This is what research is as per WHO. Myth: filters make cigarettes safer. Filter, I mean, drinking, I'm, smoking with a filter cigarette. So it makes me safe. Filters do not protect you. They are designed to make smoke particles smaller. That makes nicotine easier to absorb. This increases addiction. Cigarettes have been engineered to speed up nicotine spark to your brain. Their design feeds addiction. So light or low tar cigarettes may sound less dangerous. They are not. Their misleading labels are no longer allowed. So no cigarette is safe. Remember, tobacco smoke contains more than 7,000 chemicals. At least 250 are toxic. So remember now, okay, now myth 3, an occasional cigarette is no big deal. Occasional smoker, I am not just like a regular smoker, but as per the 2010 Surgeon General's report, shows how breathing tobacco smoke can cause immediate harm. Tobacco smoke can trigger sudden heart attacks and death even in non-smokers. So leave about smoker. Non-smokers also they can get. So think about second-hand smoke and what about first-hand smoke. Each cigarette you smoke hurts your lungs, your blood vessels, and cells throughout your body. Smoking a few cigarettes a week can cause heart attack. Cutting back is not enough to protect you. You have to quit completely, entirely. It's not cutting down. You have to completely quit. That's like a demon, devil is pulling you, becoming enslaved. So don't want at all. So keep a goal, target, and some cutoff date. Keep develop the good habits. And another thing is smoking relaxes me and brings being relaxed is better for me and my baby. So this for some of the moms. And the fact is, you may feel calmer when smoking, but the results inside your body are quite the opposite. The baby is the main sufferer, not at all good for you. And some people say vaping, related myths related to vaping, vapor, right? So there are some myths are there. It is just flavor. It's not just a flavor, it's chemicals are there. And some people say it's just water vapor. It is not water vapor. It is a formaldehyde, diacetyl, and acrolein and toxic metal parts like nickel, tin, and lead. So another myth says that my vape says is nicotine free. There is no way I will become addicted. There is nothing like nicotine free. Every vape is, they are confusing labels or misleading labels, but they are addicted. Remember. And next one is I don't have any addictive personality. I won't get hooked on to vapes. This all again wrong because a teen's brain is still developing, make it more vulnerable to nicotine addiction. Just 10 seconds is enough for you to get addicted to this. Nicotine is not that bad for me. This is also wrong myth. So every nicotine is bad for everyone, not just you. You are not exception. So next, another myth is just because I vape does not mean I'm going to smoke cigarettes. So vape is also equivalent to cigarettes. So these are some of the myths people always have. And let us come to e-cigarettes are safer alternative to regular types of tobacco. This is another myth. Some people say e-cigarettes are safer alternative to regular tobacco. No. False. E-cigarettes are just as dangerous and addictive as other tobacco products. And some myth says e-cigarettes juice is regulated and manufactured according to safe health standards. That also false. There are no national standards for what chemicals are put in juice. The juice in that e-cigarettes and or vapor. So these are the four major symptoms of nicotine addiction. That's the inability to stop smoking. They want to quit also, but they cannot quit. And number two, irritability and anger. Gussa, irritation, frustration, shouting, anger, and anxiety, and difficulty in concentration. These are few of the symptoms of nicotine addiction. In addition to dizziness, coughing, keep on coughing, tingling sensation, extremities, appetite changes, constipation, decreased heart rate, and insomnia. Okay, all these are there. Then how to overcome this or how to quit my smoking? Have a concrete plan of action. Sit with your coaches, sit your mentors, seek social support, ask for help from parents and friends and good people. Stay busy and active. Don't, I said, remember, if you're alone, a lot of things will happen. So avoid smoking triggers. There are triggers, cue, like smoking and tea is affected. So I'm covering that. So if you have tea, then smoke also comes. So better to avoid tea so that smoke also will not come. Some people, when they drink, smoke also. So better to avoid drinking. That's a smoking trigger. Friends, those friends, right? Some people, when they have a bad friend, they come and make you to let us come, Ray, let us have smoking. So that friend makes you addictive, right? So better to avoid that friend for some time at least. Practice deep breathing and prayer, God, spend time with God and spiritual life, drink lots of water, and social networks always will help you, like what we have, like healthy community with us. So these will really help you to overcome because we talk all the time about health and wellness. So this will be great help. And don't use food or drinks for comfort. The food and smoking, drinks, they all have calories. So develop the good habits rather than the resolutions. Habits make you or break it, right? Make you or break you. Old habits die hard, even if you try hard. So once the habit is formed, very difficult to come out of it. That's why slowly develop a new habit. So develop, understand where is cue, where is the time for craving, and how you are responding, and reward. So work on these reward functions. So the next one, don't make resolutions, make habits. Habit is the important one. Habits, habits, habits. So all disciplines affect each other. Mistakenly, the man said, "This is the only area where I let down." Not true. Every let down affects the rest. Not to think is naive. This was as per my teacher Jim Rohn says. So meaning, if you start a good discipline, one discipline makes you go for a good, second good discipline, third discipline. For example, if you eat fruits and vegetables, so then that makes you to go for more gym or exercise. Exercise that makes you go for more, good sleep and follow the timetable, all that. So one positive discipline affects the rest. One negative discipline, you are smoker, that says, okay, let it be. I go for a second indiscipline called alcohol. Then third discipline called junk food, like that. One bad thing will affect the bad one. One good thing also affect you good way. So how to develop the habits? Number one, 21 to 90 is there. 21 days to build a habit, 90 days to build a lifestyle. I don't believe 100% that's correct, because I went to this field for last 19 years. Maybe it is true in the temporary, like 21 days to just build a habit, but you cannot build it lifestyle just 90 days, 3 months. Some of my clients, they come and tell me, "Sir, I stopped drinking alcohol and smoking." I asked them, "When did you stop?" "1 week back, sir." "Can I believe you?" "No." "2 weeks back, sir." "No, I cannot believe you." Again, something happens, again it go back to his roots. "3 months, sir." "No." 1 year. I saw some, customers, they went back to their drinking and alcohol after 2, 3 years break. "My father died, sir, out of frustration, depression. Again, I started drinking." So what happened to you stop? See this all, that's the reason why the more time you spend, the habit is built up, you are safe. So that's why first avoid. Number two, minimize. Number three, stop. Stopping is the best one. Okay. No other way. So some people go for easy way, like insurance, buying insurance. Yes, you require insurance, it's fine. But wellness products are super fine. Go for a wellness coach. So spend some time with the coach. Spend time with the wellness community. Spend some time with the wellness programs like nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle. All that good things. Spend some money and your time, so that actually save money, but different style. It actually saves you super fine. When you buy insurance products, that will the benefit will be to your dependents. When you die, that money goes to your dependents, like your wife and the children. But you are not wanted to, you don't want to die, no, you want to live longer. So wellness is the key. I'm not telling don't go for insurance. You require insurance, but I want you to go for, apart from this, you also go for more wellness, spend for wellness products. And wellness is not expensive, according to me, because this is more expensive. Sickness is more offensive, expensive. See, this smoking and alcohol, junk food, that is more expensive. Pocket, burns. Whereas here, wellness, it saves your money. So as per the any kind of statistics, average person spends about 1,000 rupees on an average for cigarettes in a day. So in a month, about 30,000. So in a year, think about it, how much is that? So average person, they burn money. The families, they burn really this money on the cigarettes. Health is like money. We never have a true idea of its value until we lose it. So health is an investment, not an expenditure. Don't consider health as an expenditure. Consider it an investment. So whatever you spend, it will come back. Now, where are you spending? On treatment or prevention? Reactive or proactive? Be proactive rather than reactive. But unfortunately, world is mostly, spends reactive. Once the problem comes, they run to the hospital, they run to the doctor, they run to everywhere. I don't have money, I don't have anything. So that's not the right way. Spend some money, allocate some money for your own health and wellness needs. Some people don't allocate on any budget for servicing, like Gaudi body is the same. You have to allocate, once you have a Gaudi, my nice car, you have to allocate some money for servicing. Otherwise, you end up in suddenly breakdown, right? So you have to keep on maintaining your body with the right nutrition and exercise and lifestyle habits. But unfortunately, the world spends more than 90% of every health dollar on treatment. rather than wellness and prevention. So that's very interesting, no? So this is what Jim Rohn, my teacher, also says. You are the average of the 5 people with whom you are spending time most with. Meaning, if you have 5 friends, you will become average. If 5 friends who are very disciplined, you also will be disciplined. Their 5 friends are smokers, most probably you also will be smoker. If 5 friends are drunkards, alcoholics, you are also likely to be alcoholic. If 5 friends, whatever they do, usually they try to influence you. So my question is, are you influencing them or are they influencing you? Really choose your friends wisely. Otherwise, it goes for a task. Your personal philosophy is the greatest determining factor in how your life works. Understand your attitude is greatly shaped by your influence and association. So you have to disassociate with some people, cut certain influences. And disassociation, don't want, means don't want, don't spend time with them. Some people only just to say hi and bye. That's kind of limited association. With some people of good nature, good attitude, quality people, you have to spend more time. That's called extended association. So limited association, extended association, disassociation. Understand this point. And your actually philosophy is dependent by 5 things. One is philosophy, what you think, and because of what you think, your attitude, how you feel about what you think will come. Because of attitude, you start working. So because of that work, results will come. And because the result, your lifestyle will be. Right? So everything starts from your thinking, then feeling, then your actions, everything. So if you think wrong way, wrong result will come. Some people think life is only one life. So you have to enjoy every day. Meaning every day smoke, drink and eat whatever you want. Ice creams, life, enjoy, only one life. That is wrong thinking, make them addicted to alcohol, smoking, and junk food. Some people think in another way. We only have one life, so lead this life in a very productive way. Let us inspire many people. So meaning they also have the same thinking like one life, but they are taking in a right perspective, not in a wrong way. So now think about it. This actually makes them, results show the difference. Are you feeding your body like a racehorse? Are you really treating your body like a racehorse? How people feed the racehorse? They don't give junk food, no. They don't give alcohol, smoking, all that. So if otherwise the racehorse will not function well. It will not jump. It will not give that kind of thing. So a disciplined lifestyle gives them different disciplined results, right? So take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live. In the spirit stays in your body. Body is physical support system. So with the support system, you have to live your the soul and spirit. So you have to treat your body like a temple, not like a dustbin. So how are you treating your body? So how you are feeding your body? Treat your body, feed your body like a racehorse. Some people feed their pets very well, but they don't feed themselves very well, unfortunately. So risk factors always there. Smoking and alcohol, junk food. Don't become, client to the sickness industry. Come out of it slowly. Slowly take the help of a nice doctor and good nutritionist and wellness coaches like us, and come out of it. And some people will go for a tea coffees. A lot of time tea coffee, tea coffee. So instead of tea coffee, go for a fresh, alternative. This is friendly, less than 5 calories. This is 100 calories. 90 to 150 calories, depending on the size, right? This has more caffeine, this has very less caffeine. So this fresh also energy drink also has a lot of variants like, ilachi, ginger, cinnamon, tulsi, peach, a lot of flavors are there. And don't go for salt, higher salt, because, smoking and alcohol, they causes hypertension. Salt also causes hypertension. So reduce as much you can. And blood circulation, heart, brain, because carbon monoxide and I said, remember, this all causes the clots in the brain, clots in the heart circulation that causes heart failure and brain stroke. So whereas, that's the reason why you have to come out of this obesity, create the waistline, start of the lifeline. But outside they say, jitna bada ped, utna bada set, which is not true. So bigger the belt size, lesser your lifespan. So how to come out of this bad cholesterol? We do have products like Beta Heart. They reduce the bad cholesterol, increase the good cholesterol, and come out of this, tummy problem, and have a clean digest system. Unhealthy digest system happens because of chemicals in the body, unhealthy toxins in the body. So you have to be cleansed, proper water and exercise and good lifestyle changes, including having proper fiber food. Fiber actually tries to remove like a broomstick. Fiber actually is the develops the good bacteria in the body. That's called prebiotic, right? It also has this, both soluble fiber, insoluble fiber. Very good fiber based on wood brands, active fiber complex in terms of powder and tablet form we have. And so you require to have 7 colors of fresh fruits and vegetables. When you cannot take why don't you take multivitamin mineral herbal tablets like as alternative supplements? They do their job. And you require good fat also, up to 30% of your body calories. So sometimes we cannot take it, this, avocados, everyday oily fish like mackerel, salmon, sardines. Then it's a good choice to take Herbal Lifeline, rich in omega-3 fatty acids and EPA and DHA, iconopentanoic acid, docosahexaenoic acid. It has a lot of health benefits, like including brain and heart and other things. Night walks. This is a product developed by Dr. Louis Gnaro, Nobel laureate. He got the Nobel Prize for discovering nitric oxide, actually very helpful for the cardiac patients to avoid the heart attacks in the night time. So why don't you try this? And we also, gut health is called immunity up, right? Gut healthy. We have wonderful supplements like probiotics. It has a lot of health benefits, probiotics. And I said, remember water retention in the body, balloon like bloating, bulging. So these cellulars help you to remove that water retention. Apart from this, we have different calcium supplements and different kind of iron supplements. A lot of things are there. Educating on lifestyle habits, we create a healthy community. Remember this, we educate. This is very important. We teach healthy recipes, what to eat, what not to eat, healthy eating guidelines also we develop, we teach you. We also teach healthy dining out tips when you go out, how to eat, how to not to damage your body at the same time, enjoy the food, and how to lead an active lifestyle rather than a passive lifestyle, how to read a nutrition label, how to do wise shopping so that you don't waste money at the same time and get what you wanted. And healthy snacking, you don't end up in wrong food, eating food, and also understand about calories. And the green, what is shown in the blue t-shirt is me. I was, helping them in group communities, group, fitness activities. These are very helpful. What is shown in the, green color, it was me. So we conduct similar things in the online also. Okay, from home you can learn all these things and you can do different kind of workouts. And we have a lot of clients from children, teenage children, even senior citizens and celebrities like Lavanya ma'am, and the people who lost about 40 kilos. We have 40, 50 kilos, 55 kilos, and 60 kilos, 70 kilos. We have a lot of clients like this, 75 kilos and 80 kilos. A lot of people, they got wonderful results with us. There are scientific, all compliant FSSA norms, Food Safety Standards Authority of India norms. PhDs are there, 50 plus, and 300 staff scientists. We have millions of canisters are going every year. And they are thoroughly tested, hundreds of tests we do before consume it. So it's called seed to feed. And we are the number one brand in weight management in the entire world. We are the number one meal replacements, also protein supplements combined. And our products are sports inputs, are all award-winning products. And if you are looking for a personalized plan for you and your family on diet and fitness and lifestyle, we are there for you to help you. So we design the plan, we try to help you out. So there are to reach out to us, I already explained about our expertise, 19 years and our degrees and all. Please take for medication point of view or approach, consultant, doctor and all other things. But lifestyle habits and weight loss and nutrition, wellness, we are here. To reach out to us, Coach Gnanaraju, is the Insta and Facebook and YouTube is Gnanaraju, my channel. Simple. I was also leading simple, ordinary life before. I was a government officer at 26, 27 years. You can see me there, white shirt. I was developing a tummy. Meaning I was also not leading a good lifestyle as assistant inspector general operations stamps and also worked as a district registrar, the field post Khammam, Nalgonda, and Vijayawada. There I have a very bad lifestyle. So morning and go and come back. It's very stressful life. I also drink a lot of tea coffees. Fortunately, because of my wife, I came into this field and I was having a responsible job and all things. My wife was struggling to lose her weight. I taken her twice to obesity clinic also before coming over here. She was looking like this. She was doing all crazy dieting things and everything. Nothing happened. There is one, so she came over here. She got fantastic result. You can see the wonderful transformation. After getting wonderful results, you can see the skin glowing and health changing. I also started using, you can see my changes. So a lot of transformation there to here. And I am 52 years now. They are 26, 27 years. My wife there was 21 years. Now she's 42 years, 44 years, sorry. 44 years, I'm 52 years. There, 27 years now. Me and my wife was 21 years. You can see the new person and the new lifestyle, and we live and we preach what we practice. We do exercise. I do full marathon, 5 kilometers running, and my wife also does workouts, and my children also do workouts. And we are into fitness and nutrition, half marathon, full marathon, and children, everybody into nutrition, fitness. And you can see the changes. My children also grown taller, and my wife and we both became so slimmer. You can see the transformation. And recently, Cynthia also got award for this contribution, Woman for Golden Telangana. And we as a family got this lifetime achievement from our company. And this is what we do. Once we learn, we try to preach many people. We try to explain. We are national level trainers. We go and train people with not because of our own greatness, because of our trainers, teachers like Jim Rohn, international topmost teachers. They change their mind. They change our minds. So we also serve the top class brand ambassadors like Mary Com, Virat Kohli. We have lunch with Virat Kohli, fortunately. And we also have wonderful trainers like, ambassadors like Cristiano Ronaldo, and trainers like dietitian advisory board members, top class registered dietitians, and Dr. Wigner, Nobel laureate, is there with us, and Dr. Susan Bowerman. We got training from these kind of top class people, registered dietitian professor. I met them. We get up-to-date training from Dr. Danner and sports nutrition, Dr. Kent Bradley, and Samantha Clayton is our fitness trainer, and Dr. Vasilos Frankos. He worked for US FDA before coming to Rockville Nutrition. He is my favorite scientist, Dr. David Heber from USC, University of California, top class person. I read his books also. Dr. David Heber, I met him, got trained from him. Dr. John Ognubi, our company CEO, he was previously worked for White House for American government that time. Now he's with our company as a CEO. And ex-Surgeon General of America, Dr. Richard Henry Carmona, was there. He is with us as part of the board of directors. We are very fortunate to get trained from these kind of top class people. That's why we are so enriched with experience of 19 years. So we are ready to help you. You can always reach out to us if you require any help. These are, our numbers, Facebook, Insta, YouTube, and email. If you already have a coach, please contact them. If no one is there, we are there to help you. So if you already have a coach, talk to them. If no one is there, we are there to help you. But our goal and their goal is the same. We making the world healthier and happier. If you like this video, we appreciate you. So please, forward this video, share this video to many people, like it, and subscribe to my channel and share to many people so that they also get blessed. Maybe one person changing also with this video, I'll be more happy. So thank you so much for your attention. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Thank you so much. Tata, see you. Bye-bye.